whether you pack, you paddle, or you're a prepper fishing for your life, the Kabuya is always ready to go fishing. Hi everybody, this is Mercuria. I am an outdoor product designer. I'm best known for the Emberlit stove and the sprongs. Now this is one of my favorite times of year. It's springtime. And you know what springtime means? Fishing! It's time to go fishing! So what happens when you stumble across an awesome little creek like this, but you don't got your rod and reel? Well, I have a really simple solution I think you're gonna love. Let me show you how this works. Carrying a rod and reel isn't always as convenient as one would think. You know, I've had unfortunate fishing poles get slammed in the car door or tangled up or just otherwise abused, and so I tend to leave my rod and reel for when I really know I'm going to do some hardcore fishing. But in the meantime, for every day walking around, in case I stumble on a nice pond or a creek, I carry this. This is my handline. Fishing, fishing. Now what is a handline? Well, a handline is exactly that. It's just a fishing line, a hook, and a weight. It's a really ancient method of fishing. In fact, that's why I named these things the Kabuya handline. Kabuya comes from the Taino word for fishing line. Just a natural woven fiber cord with a simple lure or bait on the end, and it continues to work today. In fact, there are millions of people around the world that still rely on handlines to feed themselves. When I was a little kid, my uncles took me to the beach and they wrapped some fishing line around an aluminum can that they had found, put a hook on it and a weight, and turned me loose. And that was my introduction to handline fishing. And it's stuck with me ever since. I absolutely love it. In fact, you know, handlines like this are still used in Costa Rica and Puerto Rico and all over the Caribbean, in fact, all over the world. And so it's certainly something that is part of my heritage and part of my culture. The advantage of the Kabuya handline, besides it being extremely compact, lightweight, and easy to carry with you, is that it keeps your line much more pretty and organized than, say, a beer can. And yet it allows you to cast it at a moment's notice as far as a fishing pole, definitely farther than those El Cheapo fishing poles that you can get at the grocery store. I have a fish circling my bobber. I just saw him surface. I will let him take it. But Troy is using a spinner. That's a good cast. And he hooked a fish for a second. He just didn't set it real solid. But as you can see with the handline, it's a little bit more effort to keep that thing moving quick. But it's such a small, lightweight. Oh, he got it! He got it! I got it on camera! Good job. Set the hook. Give it a little bit of a jerk so it doesn't get off again. There we go. So the handline with a spinner, and you got yourself a nice little rainbow trout. Look at that! Now this particular handline, I made it. It's made out of walnut, and I hand spun this cordage right here, and I made it with love because handlining is part of who I am. It's one of my earliest memories of fishing, and it's something that I still enjoy doing a lot with my children. In fact, they love handline fishing because every fish feels like a monster when you pull it in, and they're not dealing with all the snags and tangles and the 5-foot casting distance that those cheap kiddie poles often offer. Oh.
I got a huge one!
Yeah, you did. I don't know if that's a carp or a catfish, but I'm impressed. I didn't. Oh, it's a carp! You got a carp!
Wow, that was a big one.
Hey, get the net. Try to get the net. That net's too small. We're gonna need a bigger boat. But I can't make these for everybody. A lot of love went into this handline, and it's simply not something that I can provide for everybody that would like to try this out. So I have a solution, and that solution is science. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these things injection molded. This is a 3D prototype. This is a 3D print of what the finished handline might look like. But we're working on making sure that they can float. This is a high impact, super tough polymer that is resistant to salt water and fuel and oil and sunlight and should last forever in your tackle box. We're even gonna see if we can get the handles over molded with a real comfortable rubber grip.
I think you caught something really big.
I did, and there's a fish on there too. The fish is the one that decided he wanted to...
The fish got loose.
No, he's still on there.
I mean, the log got loose.
Oh, okay, good, because I didn't want the log. I just wanted the fish. It's a good sized one too, actually. I think
Oh, yeah.
We'll have a decent little fish fry tonight, you know, me and the kids.
This is George.
Hey guys, welcome to the shop. This is where we build Chilton skis.
George won't tell you this, but he is a master fine woodworker, guitar craftsman, and seasoned arborist. But wait, this isn't just about George. This is about the badass skis he makes.
As a company, we're committed to these non-traditional material supply chains. Certainly not because it's a cost-effective thing to do, but because we think it's an impactful idea. The more people who commit to these kinds of purchase choices as consumers are sort of engaging in a movement. As a result, we forge these incredibly cool partnerships with people in the community. I mean, the process requires you to have relationships with arborists, with people who mill wood, who process the products, identifying and curating a collection of wood from the urban tree canopy.
When trees are harvested within the urban tree canopy, the high-quality lumber is often unrecognized. George and Chilton Skis ensures this material no longer goes to waste.
We don't want to take trees down, but a lot of times we have to. So George is making these skis now, and we connected with him, and it's really great that, you know, we're working together. We can take trees down and give him certain pieces of wood and take them over to the local mill, and he's making skis out of them.
These skis aren't coming out of a factory. They're harvested, shaped, and repurposed right here in Missoula, Montana, leaving our finest craftsmen's fingerprints ingrained in every ski.
For it to be a medium for artistic expression, and then pack it up a hill and ski it back down a mountain, there are no words really to describe the way that it feels. It enables me to build my own tool to move around in the mountains. It's the fall line tango, you know, we all like to get out there and we all like to do it.
This is Remington with Prodigy Waterfowl Innovations. I'm honored to be here with Mr. Austin to do a decoy review and inform you guys on our new product line and what's to come. So to begin, I'll speak briefly on the process that we go through. This is an Avery Green Headgear Pro Grade Active Century Canvasback Drake. And essentially what we've done is a customer has sent in his order of these decoys, and we go through our flocking process, which is a two-stage flocking process with an adhesive, and then we come back through, and the guys here at Prodigy hand airbrush every one of these beauties.
So Remington, what made you actually start doing this?
The reason I started Prodigy Waterfowl Innovations is a very interesting question that goes back to, I grew up waterfowling with my dad and my grandparents, along with probably many of you guys as well that are a part of the waterfowling nation, as I call it. And I always had the dream of hunting over the most realistic decoy there is. I've hunted ducks in Arkansas. I've hunted ducks in the Dakotas. I've hunted ducks in Canada. I've seen how ducks react down the flyway to seeing the same cookie cutter decoys over and over and over again. And by the time they get down south where we hunt, the ducks know. And so growing up, I always wanted to create something that is not only visually appealing to the hunter, but also visually appealing to the ducks, and creates the comfort feeling that's needed to kill the smart birds. And that's why I started doing custom decoy work, which then became Prodigy Waterfowl Innovations, where we now have the wonderful and blessed opportunity to do this with our customers and make their decoys something that's never been seen before. What makes this different from when you walk into the store and pick up that beautiful fully flocked decoy that you see from one of our competitors is the scratch and abrasion resistance that we have got here with our flocking process is second to none. I can guarantee you that, and I will put that behind my work. I have a paint can opener right here, and I am more than happy to come along this duck and scratch it over and over and over again. I can do it all day. And what you're going to see is, if you see anything at all, is...
Let me try this, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go do this myself. As you guys can see here, I'm doing it. There is no damage whatsoever on this decoy. So if you guys are looking for some decoys that are going to stand out from your competition, you're tired of seeing your ducks fly away and not come in and want to work your guys' spread, be sure to check out Remington at Prodigy Waterfowl Innovations.
On a trip far away from home, we need to be able to count on each other. To count on a reassuring travel companion who makes your trip greater. This companion is Koala, a unique and innovative backpack designed specially to optimize your travels. It has a clean look to avoid robbery or malice, and a high reflective effect for more visibility and to keep you safe. Mostly, Koala is well balanced with its magnetic system. Koala, the backpack for backpackers.
The Adventure Underquilt. It hangs under your hammock to insulate you from the cold and to block wind. Hammock camping is going mainstream, but many who've tried it have been stricken with the same affliction. The dreaded cold butt syndrome, scientifically known as posterior is coldus. It can strike anyone sleeping in a hammock in temperatures below 70 degrees. When you're in a hammock, your backside can get cold fast. Its unique fitted design keeps it in place all night, so you'll be cozy without the need to constantly readjust. It's easy to set up, just clip it onto your hammock suspension. This full-length quilt will give you head-to-toe coverage. The high side panels block wind and keep you warm and insulated in almost any position. The ends can be cinched up to adjust the seal between the hammock and the quilt. Built-in line locks make it easy to adjust. Once you get it set up, it'll stay locked in, so next time just clip it on. To make sure the Adventure Quilt will work with your hammock, we added 6 tie-off points and we're throwing in extra carabiners and shock cord with every quilt. The Adventure Underquilt is made from durable, high-quality materials, so you can count on it when you need it. The liner is breathable 210T polyester, and the outer shell is calendared 210T ripstop polyester that's water resistant and blocks wind. Our Max Loft insulation captures your body heat and keeps you toasty. It's lofty, soft, and compressible. It's synthetic so it can be washed and it dries quickly,